Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Wanted to do a quick review on a movie I just saw last night called Rottentail. Rottentail is a film by Brian Skiba. It is a movie based off of a comic book of the same name. I was really looking forward to this film for a couple of reasons. It sounded like an intriguing premise, and it also stars Corin Nemec of Parker Lewis Can't Lose fame, who played Parker Lewis, which is one of my favorite TV shows. Um, the gist of the story is Corin Nemec is a fertility doctor, and he's doing experiments on rabbits. A rabbit comes in, and he's like very meek, and everyone makes fun of him and stuff. A rabbit comes in that's mutated or something. It bites him, and he becomes this evil, like rabbit taking his vengeance on people. And gets strong. He can get and he's really fast. He like zips around, sort of like the Flash or something. And he's taking out his vengeance on people who did wrong by him as a child. One of his high school classmates killed his pet bunny when he was a kid, so he goes after him. He happens to be the main bad guy in the film who has this church, and he's doing all these like underhanded real estate deals and screwing over this girl. And it's like this whole big thing. But anyhow, he's trying to kind of get vengeance on everyone, and he breaks out of the lab and just flips out. Um, I really, really liked the makeup. I thought Corin Nemec's makeup for the Rottentail character looked very cool, creepy. It was interesting. It took a little long to turn into him, but I think they were trying to build up, him changing and not being able to control himself, and him getting like mutated bunny paws and the tail and whatever. Um, it also has Dominique Swain in it, who you may know from something like Totally Awesome, which is a great cheesy ripoff of an 80s movie, but it came out in the 2000s. So check that out if you haven't seen it. The movie sort of has that Toxic Avenger feel. So if you like that very B feeling, cheesy, gory, gratuitous Toxic Avenger humor, you'll probably like this. It also tried to go for that like neon light background feeling, like something maybe like Hobo with a Shotgun, but it didn't really pull it off as well. I felt like there was certain moments that were a little difficult to really see everything, like it sort of washes things out. And I found that the Rottentail character sort of has a funny, like almost like penguin-ish voice, like I'm coming to fucking kill you, and he mumbles like that when he speaks, so it's a little hard to hear what he's always saying. I didn't watch the movie with subtitles. I probably should have. So sometimes he says things, and it was passing me by, and I wasn't able to fully grasp it. I did enjoy Corin Nemec's character. I did enjoy Dominique Swain. I thought Corin Nemec played up the character very well, and he was really getting into the role. He was funny. They kind of say it's like a horror comedy. It definitely leans more towards the comedy aspect. There's lots of like dick jokes and dirty jokes and gratuitous violence with like people getting their head chopped off or their dicks ripped off, stuff like that. But it's sort of a mess in a way. It's not fully. I feel like they could have made it a little more simplistic and just fun, and it would have did better. It's sort of a little all over the place at moments, so it like didn't grasp me fully, and I think that was sort of its downfall. It goes for the Toxic Avenger type humor, but misses the mark and kind of tries too hard. If you were to say, well, what would you give it? I would probably say like a 5 out of 10. I think it was all right. And if you have a couple friends over and you have a drink and you're streaming it, or on Amazon Prime or whatever, and we're watching a DVD, you'll get a couple chuckles. I just think it's kind of a messy film that's low brow, low budget, and just needed a little more to kind of get it over that hump and put it in that like Hobo with a Shotgun, Toxic Avenger sort of cult status. It would have made it a 6 or a 7. Um, it's going to have an audience. You're going to find people that think it's very funny and they enjoy the gratuitous violence. I just think some of it was done well and some of it was eh. Some of the humor just wasn't for me. But I definitely give kudos to Brian Skiba and especially Corin Nemec for really getting into the role and I look forward to more of both of their future works. But let me know if you guys have seen Rottentail, what you thought of it. Um, Again, you have to know what you're getting into and realize it's a really cheesy, just goofy movie. Don't go into it for highbrow humor. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.